What's the one thing that separates the people who just get by from the ones who achieve extraordinary things? You might think it's raw talent, or maybe just sheer luck. You might even chalk it up to working harder than everyone else. But what if I told you it's none of those things? What if I told you there's a single, often overlooked habit that has the power to turn your wasted hours into a force of unstoppable progress? A habit that can transform your potential into actual, tangible results. Stick with me because what I am about to share could fundamentally change the way you approach every single day of your life. Let's start with a simple story. Picture a large, brightly lit classroom. In the center, we have 3 students. Let's call them Alex, Ben, and Chloe. In front of each of them is a big empty basket, and next to that, a huge pile of colorful plastic balls. The instructor gives them a simple task. Move as many balls as you can from the pile into your basket. Alex goes first. The instructor tells him, just start whenever you're ready. Move as many as you can. There's no time limit, no specific target. So Alex starts casually picking up balls, 1 or 2 at a time, tossing them into the basket. He's not in a hurry. He chats a little, looks around the room. When he decides he's done, he's moved 25 balls. Not bad. Next up is Ben. The instructor gives him a slightly different instruction. Ben, you have exactly 1 minute. Go. Suddenly, there's a sense of urgency. The clock is ticking. Ben moves with a new energy. He's faster, more focused. He scoops up armfuls of balls, racing against the seconds. When the minute is up, he's managed to transfer 35 balls into his basket, a clear improvement over Alex. The deadline made a difference. Finally, it's Chloe's turn. The instructor looks her in the eye and says, Chloe, your goal is to move 50 balls into the basket, and you have 1 minute to do it. Go. Now, something truly remarkable happens. Chloe doesn't just move faster, she moves smarter. She's not just grabbing randomly, she's strategizing on the fly, figuring out the most efficient way to scoop up the maximum number of balls with each movement. Her focus is absolute. When the timer buzzes, she's transferred an incredible 48 balls. She didn't quite hit 50, but she blew the others out of the water. What's the lesson here? It's profoundly simple. Alex, with no goal and no deadline, performed okay. Ben, with a deadline, performed better. But Chloe, with both a clear goal and a firm deadline, achieved peak performance. It wasn't about her being stronger or more athletic. It was about the structure she was given. Goals and deadlines are the catalysts that transform vague effort into focused, high-impact achievement. We told them our energiness leaks away into the ether, like heat from an uninsulated house. With them, our performance doesn't just improve, it skyrockets. This brings us to the core of our discussion today. The power of planning. The great statesman and inventor, Benjamin Franklin, a master of productivity, famously sighed, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Think about how deep that statement is. He wasn't just talking about big projects or business ventures. He was talking about life itself. Planning is the invisible engine that drives success. It's the work you do before you do the work. Let's run another thought experiment. Imagine I hand you a truly incredible opportunity. I give you $10,000 in cash, a team of 5 capable and willing people to help you for the day, and a 12-hour window to make something happen. What would you do? The average person, without a plan, would likely be paralyzed by the possibilities. They might waste the first few hours just discussing what to do. Maybe they'd decide to treat everyone to a fancy lunch, burning through time and money with nothing to show for it but a full stomach. By the end of the 12 hours, the money would be spent, the people would be gone, and the opportunity would have vanished. That's a reactive life. Now, consider the achiever. Handed the same resources, their mind would immediately start working differently. They wouldn't see $10,000, they'd see seed capital. They wouldn't see 5 people, they'd see a specialized task force. They wouldn't see 12 hours, they'd see a critical launch window. Before a single dollar is spent or a single minute passes, they would sit down and create a plan. They'd ask the right questions. What is our primary objective? To make a profit? To create something of lasting value? To solve a specific problem, they would assign roles to the team based on their strengths. They'd map out a timeline, breaking the 12 hours into focused blocks of action. They would anticipate potential obstacles and brainstorm solutions in advance. By the end of the day, they wouldn't just have spent the money, they would have multiplied it. They would have turned a fleeting opportunity into a stepping stone for something much bigger. The difference between mediocrity and mastery isn't in the resources you're given, it's in how you prepare before you act. The legendary author and speaker Dale Carnegie captured this principle perfectly. He said, "An hour of planning can save you 10 hours of doing." This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a mathematical formula for effectiveness. When you take the time to plan, you're not wasting time, you're investing it. Planning forces you to sharpen your focus. It clarifies what you truly want to achieve, cutting through the fog of vague desires. It helps you identify the critical path and avoid the tempting, time-wasting detours. Moreover, planning reveals obstacles before they derail you. When you map out your journey, you can see the potential roadblocks ahead, the lack of a certain skill, a necessary resource, or a key piece of information. This foresight allows you to prepare. You can learn the skill, acquire the resource, or do the research before you hit the wall. Instead of scrambling in a panic when you do, it turns fear of the unknown into confidence. It transforms the chaos of a million possibilities into the clarity of a single, actionable path. It converts wasted time, the time spent figuring things out as you go, into powerful forward progress. Most people live their lives in a constant state of reaction. The phone rings. They answer. An email lands. They reply. A problem arises. They scramble to put out the fire. They are perpetually on the defensive, responding to the demands of the world as they come. Their days feel like a blur of tasks, and at the end of the week, they wonder where all the time went and why they don't feel any closer to their real goals. This is a life of accidental outcomes, but successful people, the ones who seem to achieve more in less time and with less stress, live proactively. They don't wait for the day to happen to them. They design their day. They anticipate challenges, they prepare for opportunities, and they respond with wisdom instead of panic. They understand that their most valuable assets aren't just their money or their connections. Life is built on 3 fundamental currencies: your time, your energy, and your resources. Every day, you are spending these currencies. The question is, are you wasting them, or are you investing them? Wasting them looks like scrolling aimlessly for hours, engaging in pointless arguments, or starting projects without a clear end in sight. The result is always the same: regret, a haunting feeling that you could have and should have done more with the time you were given. Investing them, on the other hand, means planning. It means deciding with intention where your time, energy, and resources will go. It means building systems, setting goals, and creating routines that align with the person you want to become and the life you want to live. When you invest these currencies wisely, you don't just get by, you build momentum. You create a legacy, one planned day at a time. The truth is simple, and it's something we've seen proven again and again, from the classroom with the balls and baskets to the boardrooms of the world's most successful companies. Winners don't just work harder, they plan smarter. They understand that the battle is won or lost before it even begins. It's won in the quiet moments of preparation, in the clarity of a well-defined goal, and in the discipline of a thought-out strategy. So, if this message has resonated with you today, if you feel that spark of recognition, I want to challenge you. Don't let this just be another interesting video you watch and forget. Take a moment. Today, not tomorrow, not next week today. Take just 15 minutes and plan your next step. It could be for your next hour, your next day, or your next week. What is the one goal you want to accomplish? What are the specific actions required? When will you do them? Write it down. Make it real. Stop reacting to life. Start designing it. The power to transform your future is not in some distant, magical event. It's in the simple, profound act of planning your next move. Thank you for joining me on Rise and Reflect. If you're looking for more stories and ideas to bring clarity and purpose to your journey, make sure to subscribe. Your path to unstoppable success begins not with a giant leap, but with a single, well-planned step. Take it now.